Starting our morning off with a little bit of a hike here, once we can get it going. Oh, it's so beautiful this morning. First day I could get back in there today. Had COVID last week. Pretty big bummer. Basically just slept, worked on some vlogs, did some live streams. All right, we made it to a nice little rest stop. We got one down there, one up here. Just got to keep track of the little doggos. Some people ask me how you deal with grinding so many days in a row during the World Series. This is it. Get out in nature. Go do some things that you love besides poker. That'll get you through. You want a treat? Yeah, buddy. Good boy. Good listening. So just a quick little behind the scenes moment for you guys. Some of you have asked me what it's like to be vlogging every day and also playing with tournaments happening every day, sometimes really late into the night. Today's an example. I got up at 5:30. I came in here immediately, sent my sister some notes for vlog 32, which is gonna be coming out tomorrow. And then I took the dogs up the mountain, did that for a little bit, came back here, back to the computer to do some more notes. I'm gonna upload all that footage from the mountain and upload what I'm shooting literally right now. Then after that, I'm gonna jump down here, sleeping dog in the background, do some yoga, finish a lot more coffee, and then Jesse will probably wake up about 5 minutes before we have to leave, hop in the car, and that's his morning routine. And both of us are gonna head down and play the mystery bounty today. It's a 2200 at the Wynn. I'm really pumped for this one. It's my first day back after having COVID. So I hope that answers a little bit of what I do in the morning before playing poker all day. I'll share more with you as we go, but that's all I got for you this time. Besides the main event and other marquee weekend events at the WSOP, this $2,200 mystery bounty was one of the events I was most looking forward to throughout the summer. When you register late for tournaments, you'll sometimes get an alternate number, and when there are seats available, you walk over to the podium and get a seat card like this. 40-minute levels in this one, 30K starting stack. Let's do it. Takes a full hour and a half before the poker gods deem me worthy enough to see a flop. In this one, cutoff opens to 1200. I call with king 8 of diamonds on the button, and the big blind, who only started this hand with around 20 big blinds, just calls. The three of us see ace, 3 deuce, 2 clubs, and a heart. Checks all the way around. The dealer puts out the king of spades on the turn. Checks around to me again, and on this card, I think I have enough showdown value. It's a great bluff catcher candidate, so I check this one back, planning on calling a lot of river bets. The river is the 5 of spades, so there's 4 to a straight on board, and big blind decides to lead out for 2100 into the two of us, which is about half pot. Because he only started the hand with 20 big blinds pre-flop, I think he would have jammed a lot of his best ace-x holdings pre and maybe would go bigger if he had a 4. So he's repping a middling ace-x for value and not much else. Those two things, combined with the fact that cutoff had been playing pretty tight and straightforward, made me think that he would go for it with a bluff even more often than normal. So once cutoff folds, I toss in the call and we're good. He had queen 9 offsuit for total airball and we take it down. So that same tight, straightforward guy that was in the cutoff is now the villain in the small blind in this hand. If there's one place you guys should study a lot in your tournament game, it should be blind versus blind, especially if you're used to cash where you chop a lot. Obviously in tournaments, you don't have that option, and there's a lot of cool dynamics that happen in blind versus blind. Our dynamic so far, mine and his, is that he has limped every small blind and I raised every single time. It's only been 3 times, but I've raised every single time. So now that it's folded to him again, he kind of got the message and decided to raise this time. He only made it 2,000 though at 800 big blind, which is about 2.5x. I know I'm a pretty short stack at this point in the tournament, around 15 bigs. 7-5 offsuit, not typically the hand you would want to be seeing post flop on such a short stack, but I think I was trying to take advantage of the fact that I had position on a weak, tight player. Not necessarily sure I should have been going to battle with 7 high, but here we are. The flop comes out 8-8-5, 2 diamonds and a club. He checks it over to me, and with a pair that's vulnerable, I'm gonna go rather large on this flop. So I make it 3,000 into 5,200, and he calls. All right, interesting development happening. The turn is the 7 of diamonds. So flushes get there, some straight draws, although I don't think he's opening with 4-6 or 6-9 based on his previous play. So I'm not too worried about that. I am worried about some flush draws, maybe an 8, maybe an overpair. Like I said, he's been playing pretty passive in general, so I don't just assume that because he checked, he has a bad hand. Anyway, on this turn, he checks again, playing in flow. I'm on the fence about what I should do, but I lean towards check because I don't want to overvalue my hand on this board where I could have flushes and stuff like that. My stack is really short, and I just basically want to get it to showdown at this point. So I check back, and the river is an ace of spades. So not looking great, because if he did check call something like ace high, now he has a better pair than me, obviously. So when he checks, I pretty quickly check back, and to my surprise, he has queen 8 of spades. He was slow playing flop trips. Really happy that I checked back turn, because I might have gotten stacked otherwise. Maybe not, but there wasn't much to play for by the turn, so pretty happy that I checked that one back and saved my tournament life. So now we go on break, and as every poker player knows, we all have this syndrome where we have to tell each other hand histories. And even though we talk hands all the time, Jesse and I are no different. Here's an example.
Fine. I just got the shit left out of me.
Really? What was the hand?
I squeezed king queen with the king of clubs. My friend Chris called, who I think is good. Flops like queen 5-4, 2 clubs. Check, quarter pot, call. Turns an offsuit 6, check, check. River's a 7, and he bets like 70% of pot, and I fold.
And then what do you show?
King jack of hearts, so like backdoor flush draw.
So it seems like neither one of us are finding any traction in this tournament, but never give up. Things always turn around. I sit back down. I immediately find a double up with queen out of clubs versus ace jack of clubs. Then that gives me the momentum to 3-bet some hands. I get ace queen, 3-bet, take it down. I 3-bet jacks and take it down. Then I pick up ace queen offsuit, button versus cutoff against that same player from the 7 high hand. The blinds have gone all the way up to 600, 1200, so his raise was to 3K. I 3-bet to 9K on the button, and he's a very deliberate player, but he does eventually make the call. So heads up, the flop is jack 8-3, 2 hearts and a diamond. I throw out a little C-bet of 7K into 21,000, and eventually he makes the fold. So with that, we are up 37,000 after 5 very slow hours of poker. Chipped up, we found our way back into the positive, and we go on dinner break with a decently healthy stack. Hey, me and Coach made it to dinner break.
Wow, I like this nickname.
I think I have around 70K. What do you got?
Like 80, 85. I got lucky though to get it.
80, 85?
I actually skilled it out.
No. I was down to like 7K, just like won a few all-ins, and then here we are.
Yeah, that's all skill, baby.
Yeah. Really not a lot of interesting hands, to be honest. So hopefully after dinner I have some fun hand histories to share with you guys. Or Jesse at least. Which one? I just 3-bet and C-bet. Yes. Mikey D.
The shirt.
After dinner break, a new player gets sat to my direct right and opens up to 4,000 in the hijack. I have pocket 10s in the cutoff off of a 40 big blind stack. I could go either way with this, 3-betting or calling, but this time I decided to 3-bet. I make it 12,000 to go. Hijack makes the fold. And sadly, that was the last pot that I was gonna rake in for the next 4 hours. Lost pot after pot, just having a miserable post-dinner experience. Then I lose a flip and I'm out of there. All right, so why am I showing you guys this session where I didn't win a lot of big pots and there weren't that many interesting hands? When you're watching poker on TV and you just see some guy just punt it off on day 7 of the main event, for example, this is why. They've had a ton of days like this all in a row, and they finally are running hot in one tournament and they just feel invincible. They're so over the top excited that they just punt it away. So the World Series is more than just who can play the best poker in one hand in a vacuum or in one tournament in a vacuum. It's all about being able to maintain your enthusiasm and motivation and confidence in your game while having these types of days that I just showed you all in a row all summer long. And it's also about having your moment, having your big spot come up and being able to sort of maintain your composure and not feel invincible out of nowhere. Don't worry though, I'm not about to show you day after day of me not having interesting hands. I just wanted to throw this in there so that you guys have some context for all of the vlogs that do go well and that do have big hands. These are all the tournaments that I'm playing in between. So I've already had even multiple bullets since the Wynn mystery bounty that I've fired. Nothing interesting happens and you're on to the next one. You spend 12 hours that day just hoping to have something go well. It doesn't, and then you have to show up and do it all again the next day. Anyway, I hope you guys are running better this summer or running better in whatever games you're playing. Until next time, good luck at the tables. See you later.